My grandma always used to tell me that nothing good happens between the hours of midnight and 4 a.m. She would say those are the devil hours. Do not go out during that time. And, I always tell people, if you don't believe any of this stuff, right, go out after midnight into the woods alone and then tell me what you think. Now, many years ago when I was younger, I had just gotten out of the military and I was kind of adjusting to this regular civilian life. Now, one of the things that helped me is I got into doing outdoor survival. Now, I used to do these 4 to 5 mile backpacking hikes where I would go out sometimes 12:30, 1 o'clock at night and hike in the woods. This particular area that I would hike was along the river. It was like this hill, and it was just this heavily wooded area. Now, at the time, right, this area was known to be home to the Peoria Indians. And this is where they hunted. This is where they lived. There's even believed to be this huge burial ground on this area that was never found. So this particular night, I decided to hike this trail called the Pimatui. Now, the Pimatui was an old Native American trail they used to use to get down this hill to the river. So what I would do is I would hike this trail and I would get to this specific spot where there was a stream that cut through the trail. I would then turn right and I would follow this stream through a ravine down to the river. So as I'm hiking the Pimatui Trail, I come to the stream, I turn right, and I start following along down this ravine. I start hearing like music, and it sounded like someone was singing, but it wasn't like a person. It was like one of those old music boxes. And as I kept on walking further and further, like it got a little louder and then a little louder. And that's when I get to the specific spot of this stream where it kind of makes a curve, and there's this sharp ravine with 2 steep sides on both sides. And I remember hearing this music like coming from the side of this cliff. And I'm like, what is making that music? Like, where is that coming from? And that's when I see like this opening on the side of the ravine. And, it was probably about this wide. You could, barely crawl through it. And it was some kind of cave or something. So I hiked up to the top of this hill and I started shining my light into this cave. As I look in there, I see the movement of something very large. And I don't exactly know what it was. I can't explain to you what it looked like, but it caused me to like jump back. And at the time I'm thinking, okay, if this is some kind of wild animal, I'm blocking its only exit. So I started making my way back up the ravine and heading away from there. And as I'm walking, I notice like all this movement up ahead in the woods. And I see several deer just booking it through the woods like something had just scared it. And I could hear from behind me some movement coming up through the woods. And there were like branches breaking and, you could hear the crunch of something hitting the leaves. I go a little faster now because I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, what is following me? As I'm, continuing up the ravine, it starts getting closer and closer. And it got to the point where I knew that it was very, very close. So I pull my camera out and I take a picture with the flash on. And when that flash hit, I could see 2 glowing eyes staring at me. So I threw my bag down and I just take off running as fast as I can. I get to the trail, I get out of there. And whatever this was, it broke off and didn't follow me. Later that night, I'm looking at this picture and you could clearly see the 2 eyes. And I'm like, whoa, something was following me, whatever was in that cave. The next day, I hiked back out to this area because I wanted to find this cave again. Except I could not find it anywhere. And I went all the way along that ravine down to the river. There was no cave. And I still, to this day, have no idea what happened that night or what was following me.
Mom, where were you? Why didn't you save me? Why didn't you protect me? I was dying and you didn't even notice. You were supposed to be there for me.
Kosovo, locals speak of a creature known as the Striga, a witch from Albanian folklore that, according to stories, still roams the mountains at night. The Striga appears as an old woman during the day, often begging for food or water in remote villages. People say if you refuse her, she will return at night as a shadow with glowing red eyes and a mouthful of jagged teeth. It is said that she can drain the life from you as you sleep, leaving your body pale and cold by morning. Some villagers claim to have seen her tapping at windows with long clawed fingers. One chilling story tells of a shepherd who stayed in a mountain hut during a snowstorm. He heard scratching on the wooden walls all night. In the morning, he found deep claw marks carved into the frozen wood and the snow around the hut marked with bare human footprints that led into the forest. Even today, older people in rural Kosovo keep garlic and silver coins above their doors, just in case the Striga comes knocking.
Scary Reddit Stories Part 74. I have a friend who is a trail ranger. Basically a ranger who can't get you in trouble. He told me about this time he was gathering illegally placed wildlife cameras and knocking down hunting stands with another actual ranger. The other ranger wasn't feeling well, so he said he was going to head back as it's a 1-hour ATV ride. Friend finished up the last one when he heard voices. Keep in mind he's far off the beaten path. He called out and no one replied. It was getting dark, so he started to head back and found out that his ATV wouldn't start. He then noticed that the battery was not connected anymore. He reconnected it and started to drive, but it wasn't going fast at all. Less than half a mile later the whole thing died. He radioed back basically saying, "Hey guys, I need someone to come pick me up." They told him yes, but it would take an hour. He asked if the other guy got back, and they said no. He settled down and started a small fire, but it didn't take long before he heard voices again. It's now dark and the voices are creeping him out. It sounds like an argument, like someone was angry and yelling at someone else who sounded more scared. He called out and asked if anyone needed help. The voices didn't seem to care. He decides to walk towards the voices, but as he was getting closer the voices seemed to be getting further and further away. After 20 minutes he gave up and walked back. He got a radio call, and they said the other guy was found passed out covered in vomit and was being taken to the hospital. Then the radio died. Then the voices came back. Scared out of his mind, he decided to listen to what they were arguing about, picking up things like, well, it wasn't yours to take. I don't effing care, you knew better, and so on. His guess was two hunters arguing over a kill. Then he heard one shout something, then silence, then bang. A gunshot. He doused his fire and hid. After that he heard nothing, just his breathing for the next half hour until he saw ATV lights. He told the guy picking him up everything, and they called back. They had people looking for 3 hours and found nothing. They came back the next day with police and dogs. After about an hour a shallow grave was found, and in it was a long dead man who had clearly been shot in the face. The creepy thing was that it was a skeleton who had been there for years. So either the argument he heard just ended with a bang and both parties went home, or he heard the murder of someone from years ago.
Hi, new friend.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's impossible to do nothing silly.
Oh, I guess I'm sitting on my bed. I was eating dinner with my dad, but he was being so annoying.
Oh, that sucks. My dad is literally the most annoying person in the world.
No, mine is.
They're like first and second place most annoying dads.
Like they go to competitions probably. Like they study each other's moves on video in slow motion, analyzing how to be the most annoying.
You're really funny.
Oh my god. No, so random. I like your screen name, BFF Forever.
Oh.
What's your real name?
Real names suck. Hey, I have an idea. You want to give each other nicknames?
Like what?
Like, I'll call you Shelly Belly. And you can just call me Bestie. It'll be like a secret just between us.
Okay. Bestie?
Shelly Belly. Who's that little guy?
Oh, nothing. Just this dumb thing from when I was a kid. I don't even know why it's here.
Well, he's so cute. What's his name?
Pink Bear? He used to be pink. Now he's more like a gray. I think he might be a mouse, actually.
Well, I love him. Whatever he is. Cool poster. I love Pippin.
Wait, you know Pippin?
Of course.
Oh my god, I'm literally obsessed with that soundtrack.
No, Amy too.
Like we did it last summer at camp.
Stop. I'm literally dying right now.
And I played Catherine. But I can actually sing when you play it better.
We are fucked and nobody seems to care. Oh.
Das ist eine wahre Geschichte. 1963 verschwand ein Junge namens Elias Granger im Greenwood Camp. Vernarbt, verspottet, wasserscheu und plötzlich weg. Sein Körper blieb verschwunden. Ein Jahr später 2 Jugendliche, tot am See, die Zelte zerfetzt. Keine Spuren, keine Verhaftungen. Das Camp wurde geschlossen. Die Einheimischen sagten, seine Schwester Miriam sei durchgedreht. Aber der wahre Horror kam später. 1979 wurde das Camp wieder eröffnet. Und innerhalb von 3 Tagen waren 7 Menschen tot, zerschlagen, verstümmt verstümmelt. Nur eine überlebte. Sie behauptete, Miriam getötet zu haben. Doch bevor sie ohnmächtig wurde, sah sie ihn. Elias, groß, stumm, maskiert. Man sagt, er kam zurück. Oder etwas kam an seiner Stelle. Heute ist der Ort gesperrt. Doch jedes Jahr hört man es am Ufer. Atmen, langsam, nah.
In 2004, a family found something on the side of the road they thought was a dog. It wasn't. It looked like a greyhound, thin, silent, too still. They brought it home, named it Max. But Max never barked, never blinked, never slept. At night, he just sat in the hallway, watching. One night, the father got up for water and saw Max standing. But not like a dog. He was standing on two legs, taller than the doorframe. And he was smiling. The family left that morning and never went back. But when the realtor arrived days later, the front door was open and something was sitting in the hallway, waiting.
Stinky little baby, you need a shower. Stinky little baby, you smell real sour.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Sie wurden für die Nachtschicht im alten, stillgelegten Landesgefängnis eingestellt. Das Gefängnis wurde vor 20 Jahren stillgelegt, aber das Management besteht noch immer darauf, dass nachts jemand dort Wache hält. Sie haben Ihnen eine Liste mit 3 Regeln hinterlassen. Befolge die Regeln sorgfältig. Regel 1. Die Zellentüren bleiben immer verschlossen. Ganz egal, wer sie von innen anfleht oder um Hilfe ruft. Wie ich bereits betont habe, im Gefängnis ist seit 20 Jahren niemand mehr. Regel 2. Vielleicht erscheint ein Gefangener im Flur des Blocks 4c. Bleiben Sie nicht stehen und schauen Sie ihn nicht an. Wenn Sie das tun, wird er anfangen, Ihnen zu folgen. Regel 3. Um 2:30 Uhr erhalten Sie eine E-Mail, in der Ihr Name steht. Über die Lautsprecher werden Sie ebenfalls Ihren Namen hören. Schalten Sie dann alles aus und verlassen Sie sofort den Raum. Vor 20 Jahren wurde der letzte Wächter genau zu dieser Zeit bewusstlos aufgefunden. Viel Glück.
Vocês têm que entender, gente, paciência é tudo. Que eu não
Did you know in the United States there's a toll booth in New Jersey where no one lasts more than one night? Back in 2002, a college student named Jared Klein took a night shift at Exit 34, an old, rarely used toll station near Pine Barrens. The pay was good, too good. Just sit, collect tickets, stay awake. But on his first night, the phone rang. There was no phone in the booth. It rang again, louder. So Jared searched, taped beneath the desk, a black rotary phone, dusty, not plugged in. When he picked it up, a raspy voice whispered, "You're not supposed to answer." He hung up. Then the lights cut out. The air turned ice cold, and outside, fog rolled in from nowhere. A dark car pulled up, engine silent, windows blacked out. Jared opened the drawer for his flashlight and found a toll ticket with his name on it, date stamped 3 days in the future. The driver never rolled down the window, just waited. Jared refused to open the gate, so the car disappeared, not drove off, vanished into thin air. When the morning shift arrived, Jared was gone. The booth was locked from the inside, and the only thing left was the phone, off the hooks, and a new ticket. With the next person's name, they shut down Exit 34 the same week, but truckers still say they hear a phone ringing when they drive by, even though the booth isn't there anymore.
Can you do a song with Annie Frank and the Jews? It basically depends on a price, how much they're going to charge me for a feature. Annie Frank, I mean, she's pretty famous, so who knows how much she's going to charge me. Annie Frank probably charges about $1,000 some just for a feature.